Right now at Papa John's, create your own pizza for only $9.99. On original, thin, or New York-style crust, all $9.99. Usually a pizza with no artificial flavors, colors, or additives costs more, but Papa John's knows you deserve better. Order now.
Thinking about a new building project? Only General Steel lets you see your project instantly, followed by pricing you can count on. Design your project in 3D or tell us your vision and we'll do the rest. Text BEAM to 59583 and we'll deliver a personalized design to your inbox in minutes. That's right, you'll see your project inside and out, complete with your customizations instantly. Architects charge thousands to capture your vision like this. Backed by decades of experience and thousands of successful projects, the General Steel design system gives you more than a price. It gives you a clear vision you can build on. Text to 59583 to create your own building or browse thousands of unique customer designs with new ideas published every hour. From personal shops to business expansions, see your new space inside and out down to the details. Get insulation tailored to your climate, paint colors that perform where you live, and expertly placed doors and windows that deliver access, ventilation, and natural light based on your unique needs. Text BEAM to 59583 to plan and price your project instantly with General Steel. That's BEAM to 59583 because if you need space, you need the General.
Aerial coverage from above Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven, legendary. What a start to this one. Indiana's only offensive possession of the night goes 75 yards in 11 plays. 6.5 minutes. Mendoza to Cooper. They connected on one of the plays of the year in college football. That amazing catch. The kick by Quinn Warren, a touchback.
And I just love this. You got to get that ball up and down immediately. Mendoza does it. Cooper reels it in, and a terrific start for the Indiana offense.
First catch of the night for Cooper goes for a touchdown. That was the case in the win against Texas Tech. So more in the Duck offense back. Field. Jay Harris with the pickup. Here's Katie.
Well, Sean, since the beginning of the season, Dante Moore has worked with Brett Ledbetter, a sports therapist and consultant. Dylan Gabriel actually introduced him.
The City Thunder, among others. That's the end of a very entertaining first quarter. Responded on the Johnson catch, and then Mendoza brought Indiana right down the field. Cooper the score. 14-7 IU after one in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
When you dedicate your life to saving others, don't you deserve something dedicated to you? We think so. That's why the government chose AT&T to build FirstNet, a one-of-a-kind nationwide network for first responders. We put first responders first because their connection changes everything.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some
season record. Harris, the running back, on 2nd and 3. Play action fake. Moore running out of time and gets sacked. Turnovers in the game and a half against Indiana. He has 7 turnovers in the other 13 games this season combined.
Just goes to show you how difficult it is to move the ball effectively against Indiana. The windows are tiny and the pass rush is relentless.
So here's 3rd and goal. So many options for Mike Shanahan. Hemby's the running back. Mendoza quick pass. Touchdown. Elijah Surratt. He'll check it to make sure he was across the goal line as he made the catch and went to the ground.
And this ball got out so quickly, and Surratt did such a great job. Is he down right there? Where's the ball?
It's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
Not sure there's enough from that look to overturn it. But he knows he's about to get absolutely plastered. Right there, where's the football? You can see it just ever so slightly. Does it break the plane? There, where's the ball? Tough to tell.
The call on the field was a touchdown from the connected cam brought to us by AT&T. I think by the time his backside hits the goal line, the ball has reached the end zone. Just need to get it across the start of the goal line. Matt Austin, our rules expert, is here tonight. Rare time leaving his palatial estate in Kentucky.
After
and
video
he thinks
review,
it's a touchdown.
The ruling of a touchdown is upheld.
Another play like that, though. I mean, it's just so clinical. They run a little rub route, a little switch release. There's a defender right there about to blow up the receiver at the goal line. But the throw holds up Surratt just enough to avoid contact and allow him to spin into the end zone again.
Niko Ranicic. $35-7. 5 different touchdown scores for Indiana. The most recent, Surratt, adding to his Big Ten lead with his 14th. Cooper had actually tied him at 13 apiece with his touchdown earlier. The interesting thing to me, we keep talking about how well coached they are, and they are. We saw the graphic, right on 3rd down, best in the country, are right there on both sides of the ball, best turnover margin, 2nd least penalized team behind only Army. You'd expect discipline from the United States military.
There's nothing to be ashamed of to be behind Army when it comes to penalty yards.
And so you think, right, he's a great attention to detail person, but they must be there all day and all night, right? I mean, you can't be this buttoned up in everything if you're not there all day and all night. The assistant coaches and the players we talked to said yesterday just the opposite. One of the things we appreciate most, the coaches said he lets us go home at night. The players said he really values our time. It's a touchback from Quinn Warren, to the point where if he says the practice is going to be 30 minutes, their practices are short for the most part. That's what it is. And Brian Haynes and Mike Shanahan have been with him all the way back to the first of Cignetti's 4 stops at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. They would know better than anybody else. They said they have a great family life because Cignetti allows it.
And that's part of the reason why both those guys very, very attractive to a lot of job openings across the country. Say, I can't leave this. I have a great situation. Coach Cignetti lets me do my job, and we have a clear and established identity on both sides of the ball that the players love playing in.
Dante Moore throws on the run, just throwing it up for grabs, and why not at this point? You need to make something happen. Jeremiah McClellan, the intended receiver. Cignetti, this is his 4th stop. He's been a huge winner everywhere he's been, starting at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. He was 50 years old. He was coaching for Nick Saban at Alabama, and he said, I want to be a head coach. He went to IUP, where his dad is a legend. The field there is named after Frank Cignetti Jr. So my wife was upset with me, Manette. I was making $300,000 at Alabama, throwing a catch. paid by Malik Benson. The IUP job paid $120. And I had 3 kids on the way to college. 2 of them want to go to med school. But he took it. He got that program back near where his dad had it. Went to Elon. Totally turned that around. JMU. And now here in Indiana there's going to be a holding call. About 65,000 fans in the stands with crimson on helped 2 of the officials.
Holding. Offense number 76. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down.
Isaiah World, the left tackle.
Timeout for a defensive player.
There's a timeout for Mikhail Kamara, the injured player. Defensive end for Brian Haynes. And you think about how his life has changed, how Mike Shanahan's life has changed. When we talked to them before the playoff game against Notre Dame last year, they talked about starting out on the staff at IUP. Haynes made $6,000 a year. Shanahan made $8,000. This is about a decade ago. We asked Brian Haynes last year, well, how do you get by on $6,000? He got very emotional. He said, you have the help of your family, and we lived on food stamps.
Yeah.
Well, he just signed a 3-year contract extension that starts at $3 million a year for next season and goes up.
Amazing. And both Shanahan and Haynes deserve every penny.
Oh, they're great.
They are phenomenal. Incredible attention to detail. Great collaborative approach on both sides of the ball. No ego. Everyone just works together in unison, and the team plays that way as well.
Shanahan, by the way, also a 3-year extension starting at $1.7 million. Good work if you can get it. Moore's pass incomplete on first down and 20, intended for Jamari Johnson. Dan Lanning on the other side is going to lose both of his coordinators, and this isn't the way they want to go out. Tosh Lupoy and Will Stein. Lupoy will be heading to Cal, his alma mater. Stein will be heading to Kentucky, back in his home state. For the most part, he has been at Kentucky very little, and Lupoy's been in Berkeley very little. Their primary focus by far has been on this playoff, finishing it right with the Ducks. De'Air Hill tackled by D'Angelo Pons. 14-yard gain.
So difficult for both those coordinators to manage both jobs. They said it's been ruthless from a sleep standpoint, but they felt like they had their team prepared.
They both looked exhausted yesterday, understandably so. Good catch by Johnson. They're down near field goal range at the very least, but they're running out of time. 6 seconds. They stop the clock to move the chains. 19-yard gain. He throws it into the ground. 3 seconds left. Time to throw it toward the end zone or attempt a long field goal. And it looks like they're going for the field goal option. Atticus Sappington, 5th-year senior from Portland. Then on both sides of the rivalry with the Beavers, transfer from Oregon State. His career long is 51. This would shatter that. This is a 56-yard attempt with Ferguson Reynolds, the punter, the holder, trying to give them something to take into the locker room. And it's short. On target, but short. Mendoza 10 out of 11 for 110 and 3 touchdowns. In the Rose Bowl, he had more touchdown passes than incomplete passes. And he's doing it again. Here's Molly.
Coach, how did your defense force crucial mistakes in that first half?
Well, the one ball just slipped out of his hand, but we're getting to the quarterback. And anytime the quarterback gets hit, he's less effective. And we're whipping him up front. So
up big. What's the message at the half?
One play at a time, nothing. We got to win more battles than they win in the second half. We get the ball first.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Sean. Thanks, Molly. Coach Lanning, what do you got to do to cut into this deficit here in the second half?
Well, it starts with protecting the quarterback and taking care of the ball. 2 things we haven't done in the first half. We got to go out there and get a stop on defense. We start stacking those things together, we can create some momentum for ourselves.
Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it.
Has to be a hopeless feeling. At the half, Indiana 35, Oregon 7. Wonder what the Miami Hurricanes are thinking right now. We'll send you the Mercedes-Benz halftime report after these messages.
We're weapons free.
What she saw makes her a target.
The kid was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Find out who that girl is.
What he knows makes him a weapon.
The only way that I can protect you is to stop the people that are doing this.
You care about her, don't you?
The girl is his Achilles heel. We're doubling down.
Your safety is the most important thing to me.
Promise me you're not going to die.